Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. I hope you all can see the screen and hear my audio very clearly visible. Yes, let me clarify that. Yes. I think everything is perfectly fine and clear for each one of you in the class. I don't find anybody in the class amidst this situation. Also, I just managed to take the class today is because the reason why there was no classes for the past few days is because my keyboard of my system was not working properly. So we were not able to schedule the classes. So anyway, I have managed to prepare the slides and everything along with the help of the on-screen keyboard. And I have prepared and set everything for today's class. Done. So there were so many new students joining the group and they were thinking like it was not a productive group. So that's the reason why I scheduled an immediate session today to take the class and to complete the second lecture of Plant Kingdom, that is the Bryophytes. Yes, good afternoon, Yamini. I hope I have shared the lecture of algae, that is the first lesson, the first lecture of the session of Plant Kingdom on the group, and I hope everybody have watched it. And right now we are going to begin with the second lecture of Plant Kingdom, that is the Bryophytes. So let's get started. Those who are watching the session, as always, don't forget to hit the like button, do share it with your friends, and subscribe the amazing platform for more lessons on bio. Guys, after most probably by 10th June or 11th, 10 to 12, in between 10 to 12, we will resume the classes with 2 to 3 schedules per day definitely, and will definitely take up the classes of these too much days that we have missed in between. Okay, so don't worry about that we have missed 6 or 7 days without any classes. Don't worry about that. We would definitely cope up with everything. Okay, everyone. So let's get started with this. If there is anybody watching the lesson, please do tell me something on the chat box so that we can move forward. Give me hearts on the screen, everybody. Yes. Thank you so much. So let's get started with this Bryophytes. So guys, actually, what are Bryophytes? What are Bryophytes? Bryophytes are non-vascular terrestrial plants of moist habitat. Okay, Bryophytes are non-vascular plants. What do you mean by non-vascular plants? You might have studied in your classes about the xylem and phloem. Right? You might have studied about the xylem and phloem in your class 10. So in these organisms, that is a Bryophytes, you will never find any of these vascular tissues. The xylem and phloem is referred to as the vascular bundles or vascular tissues. These Bryophytes, these Bryophytes are non-vascular terrestrial plants. That is, they do not have xylem as well as phloem. They are non-vascular plants. That is, they do not have xylem or phloem. They are called the amphibians of the plant kingdom. They are called the amphibians of the plant kingdom because they require water. They require water for the completion of their fertilization. or they require water for sexual reproduction. Okay, so bryophytes are generally grown. Bryophytes are generally grown in moist. Okay, this bryophytes are grown in moist, shady areas. Even though they grow in moist and shady areas, they require water for fertilization. Therefore, they are known as amphibians of the plant kingdom. They are characterized by the presence of a multicellular diploid sporophyte, which lives as a parasite on an independent multicellular haploid gametophyte. Guys, I'll tell you something before. Okay, what do you mean by diploid condition? 2n condition. And what do you mean by haploid condition? Yeah, very important. In this entire chapter of pteridophytes, angiosperms, gymnosperms, everything, we would study these two terms, and whole throughout class 11 and 12th biology, we will study this. Okay, what is it? Diploid and haploid tissue, or diploid or haploid part of an organism. Yes. So guys, just remember, in case of bryophytes, you will have multicellular diploid sporophyte, and you will have an independent multicellular haploid gametophyte. Now I will tell you what do you mean by sporophyte and what do you mean by gametophyte. Sporophyte, as the term suggests, those parts are associated with the formation of spores. And gametophyte, or is those part of a plant that is concerned with the production of gametes. Yes, the bryophyte generally shows both asexual reproduction as well as sexual reproduction. Okay, so this they have a diploid sporophyte and an independent multicellular haploid gametophyte. Okay, everybody. In case of this particular bryophytes, gametophyte is independent. Okay, whereas the sporophyte is acting as a parasite on the gametophyte. That is, the sporophyte is dependent. Okay, the sporophyte is dependent on the gametophyte for food. Clear? Now let's move on to the characteristics of bryophytes. We already studied that algae is thalloid. What do you mean by thalloid? They do not have any kind of root, stem, leaves, or whatever structures. Okay, so this bryophytes is also having a thallus-like body, that is, they lack true roots, stem, or leaves. But since they have to get attached to a particular structure, they require root-like structure. This is the root-like structure. Okay, this is the root-like structure. The root-like structure is called rhizoids. It is called the rhizoids. The rhizoids are unicellular or multicellular structure. Previous year MCQ question, very important, that help them to attach to the substratum. Guys, in the description box of this lecture, you will find today's class DPP paper, which comprises of 10 questions from this chapter in this topic, bryophytes. Done? And gametophyte is the main plant body produces the gametes. Guys, you might have also seen the mosses. Have everybody seen the mosses? Have everybody seen the mosses? Yes, it is this particular green structure, right? This green structure. So guys, this green structure, what we observe is known as gametophyte. Okay, so guys, this green structure is referred to as the gametophyte. It is the main plant body of bryophytes. In case of bryophytes, it is a main plant body. Okay, so guys, I will explain to you with this a live specimen. I'll post a video in our Telegram group after this session, or by evening I'll post a lecture or a short video on Telegram regarding this. I'll explain or show you the live specimen of a mouse. Okay, the what you will observe after this class, you will be clear that what we were seeing were actually the gametophyte. Okay, so guys, they have a thallus-like body that is no root, stem or leaves, but they have a root-like structure to help them attach to the soil. That is referred to as the rhizoids. And the gametophyte is the main plant body of bryophytes, and it is haploid in nature. So gametophyte is a part that produces the gametes. Yes. Next is the characteristics of bryophytes. Guys, we have already studied that bryophytes consist. It can be male, it can be female. Yes. Substratum means the attachment. Okay, the substance or the rock or whatever substance to which this bryophyte is attached. Yes, Sparky, good afternoon. Yes, it can be rock, it can be wooden logs, it can be some soil, wherever the substance or the surface, yes, exactly, the surface to which it gets attracted or it gets attached, you will call them as the substratum. Okay. The male reproductive organ of bryophytes is referred to as antheridium, and the female reproductive structure of bryophytes is called archegonium. The male gamete is known as antherozooids, and the female gamete you will call them as the egg. Clear? So antheridium is the male sex organ and archegonium is the female sex organ. The male gamete is antherozooid and the female gamete is the egg. So this antherozooid and egg fuses together to form a diploid zygote, right? So that's all about the gametophytes. What is sporophyte? It is a multicellular structure that produces spores through meiosis. So sporophyte is the structure. Okay, the sporophyte is a structure that produces spores through the process of meiosis. Previous year MCQ. Okay, they are dependent on gametophyte for food. That is, in case of bryophytes, the sporophyte act as a parasite. Yes, absolutely. And guys, I will draw something super important for you. Yes, look very carefully. Look very carefully, guys. You may have two kinds of reproductive structure. Okay, that is, either the structure would be like the shape of a flower like this. Okay, I'll show you the specimen or the diagram. Okay, the reproductive structure can be like a flower like this, or else it can be an irregularly shaped structure like this. Okay, two structures may be there. So guys, the beautiful flower shaped structure is actually representing the female thallus. Okay, female thallus, and this is referred to as the male thallus. clear everybody. This structure, this flower-like structure, this entire structure, you will call them as the archegoniophore, inside which the archegonium is present, which produces the egg. This structure is the anthraxida. Yes, so that's what I want to tell you. Okay, I'll show you the slides for that. Yes. So guys, please look over here. This is a structure. Look, this is the flower-like structure. Yes, this is the flower-like structure. So this is the archegonium, and look, this is an irregularly shaped structure, right? So that is the antheridium. Done? Give me hearts on the screen, everybody. So let's move forward. Yes. So listen very carefully, guys. Listen very, very carefully. Okay? Bryophytes. Now we are going to take the example, that is Marchantia is an example of a bryophyte. Okay, Marchantia is an example of a bryophyte. The first one is the male plant. The second one is the female plant. How do we identify that? Because the male plant have male sex organ, which is the anthraxida, and the female plant have the female reproductive structure, which is the archegoniophore. Okay. And guys, I have told you that bryophyte shows both kinds of reproduction. It can be asexual reproduction. It shows sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction is by the formation of the male and female gametes, whereas asexual reproduction takes place by fragmentation or by gemma cups formation. I will show you what is gemma cups. This is a gemma cup. Okay, this is the gemma cup. What do you mean by gemma cup? They are small structures that can grow into a new plant. They are small green structures present on the thallus that can grow into a new organism. And I told you that they do not have true roots, but they have root-like structure like this that performs the function of root, that is referred to as the rhizoids, and this is the gemma cups. I will show you the concept video before we end the class. Okay, up to here, is it clear for everybody? Okay, so this gemma cups contains gemme, G-E-M-M-A-E. After this, I will provide the PDF of the session. Okay, gemme are green multicellular asexual buds which develop in small receptacles called gemma cups, which is located on the thallus. Yes, and guys, one more important thing which I would be telling you, I can explain you with this also. Okay, let me tell you. Guys, this is the sporophyte. I have already told you, guys, in case of this particular structure. Now it is rainy season. Now it is entering the rainy season, and you may have this kind of structures all throughout around your house, right? So guys, this green structure, I have already told you, this is the gametophyte. The gametophyte would be a structure like this. The gametophyte would be a leafy structure. Okay, the gametophyte would be a leafy structure. They would be having a leafy structure along with small unicellular or multicellular rhizoids. Okay, they have small unicellular or multicellular rhizoids. Yes. So guys, this is the gametophyte. This leafy structure is the gametophyte. After the class, I will show you the live specimen of this moss, and then you will understand. This much structure you will observe. Okay, this much structure you will observe. Clear? Yes, listen very carefully over here. So guys, that is the gametophyte and this is the sporophyte. Gametophyte is haploid and sporophyte is diploid. Okay, the sporophyte mainly consists of three main parts, that is food, setae and capsule. What are the three main parts? Repeat along with me on the chat box, everybody. What are the three main parts? Food, setae and capsule. Food, setae and capsule are the three main parts of sporophyte. Yes, capsule, setae and food. Repeat everybody. Yes. Clear? What is the function of this structure labeled as food? The food helps in the absorption of nutrients. Okay, the food helps in the absorption of nutrients. Setae helps in the conduction of food. Setae help in the conduction of food. And inside the capsule, you will have inside this capsule, you will have certain spore mother cell. Spore mother cell that produces these spores. Okay, done everybody. So the function of capsule is sporogenesis. What do you mean by sporogenesis? Process of formation of spores is called sporogenesis. Done everybody? Yes. So guys, this is a concept video. Oh my god. Yes. So guys, just listen carefully. The sound may be low. I just wanted to show you the image. For that, only the concept video has been played. And listen very carefully, just to show you what is the Gemma cups and everything. I'll play it. And after we complete the life cycle, again, I will show you again. Okay, just listen.
The different parts of a bryophyte. The plant body is thallus-like.
Look, the green leafy portion, you will call them as the thallus. Yes, the green leafy portion, you will call them as what? The thallus. Right?
And is either prostrate or erect. It is attached to the substratum by unicellular or multicellular.
For attachment of this particular organism into the ground, it requires. So for attachment of that particular structure into a substratum, there is a presence of root-like structure called rhizoids.
The plant body does not have true roots, stem, or leaves.
So the plant body does not have a true root, stem, or leaves. They are a thalloid shape.
Bryophyte is haploid.
So this is the main plant body, or what we see is a gametophyte, which is haploid.
As it produces the roots. The plant body has both male and female gametophytes.
So guys, this particular structure, look, this cup-like structure, these cup-like structure, you will call them as what? You will call them as cups. And guys, inside this cups, look, small asexual bud, which you will call them as gemme. Right? So listen carefully.
Bryophytes, which bear the male and female sex organs.
Look, antheridium and archegonium.
The male sex organs are called the antheridia, and they produce biflagellate antherozoids.
Look how the antheridium is a flagellated. So that is actually, this is the archegonium, which is a flask shape. Archegonium is actually flask shaped. Okay, so the male gametes are going to enter. The male gametes are, I hope you might have seen the male gamete produced. Once again.
The archegonia are flask-shaped and each produces a single egg. During fertilization, the antheridium releases antherozoids in water,
Yes.
come into contact with the mouth of the archegonium. One antherozoid.
So guys, the antheridia, actually this egg, it is fusing with the egg and actually leading to the formation of a zygote. So rest of the video we will continue.
Produces a multicellular body called the sporophyte.
So this is the multicellular diploid structure that is going to produce these spores.
Some cells of the sporophyte undergo meiosis to produce haploid spores.
Look how it is.
Spores germinate.
The spores are going to germinate again to produce the gametophyte. That is actually the life cycle. Yes, we will be discussing that for sure. Now let's move on. As last as how we see. Yes. So guys, as per our NCRT, bryophytes can be mainly classified into liverworts and mosses. But we will be studying a bit more higher concept. One more class we would be studying. Okay, don't worry about it. I won't make you confused with anything. Yes, listen carefully. After the concept video, is it clear? Is the concept video, was it of any use for anybody? Only one? Yes. So listen, bryophytes can be mainly classified into liverworts and mosses. This classification is based on your NCRT. But we will be studying one more class, that is a hornworts. Okay, liverworts, hornworts and mosses. That is Hepatic Opsida, Anthraxida, Bryophytes. These terms are not in your NCRT, so please take it down. Look, these are like the lobes of a liver. Liverworts, why you will call them as Hepatic Opsida or as liverworts? Because these are like the lobes of a liver. Hornworts is because they are like the horns. Look, these are this horn. And finally, it is a mosses, which is a Bryophyta, which is leafy. Which is a leafy structure that is generally grown during the rainy season. Clear? Yes. So examples of liverworts is Merchantia and Rixia. Hornworts is Anthoceros and Megaceros. Bryophyta or mosses is Funaria, Polytrichum and Sphagnum. Polytrichum, Funaria and Sphagnum. Okay. So those examples which are there in your NCRT, I'll just simply highlight for you. That is, guys, Hepatic Opsida. Oh my god. Yes. Which is referred to as the liverworts. The example is Merchantia and Rixia. Then Bryophyta, which is the mosses. The examples are Funaria, Polytrichum and Sphagnum. Done? Now let's first of all discuss about the Hepatic Opsida. Okay, first of all, let's discuss about the Hepatic Opsida. Done? So the common name of Hepatic Opsida is the liverworts. Look, 1 lobe, 2 lobe, 3 lobe, 4 lobe, multi-lobe. So they are like the lobes of a liver. Since they are like the lobes of a liver, you will call them as the liverworts. We have already studied that the gametophytic plant body is haploid. Yes, They may be thallus or foliose. Okay, and they may have unicellular rhizoids. So guys, in case of liverworts, you will find unicellular rhizoids. Sex organs are present on the dorsal surface of the thallus. This is the dorsal surface. This is a female. This is the female thallus, right? Due to the presence of the female reproductive structure, that is the archegoniophore, right? And the sporophyte is differentiated into foot, seta, and capsule. It is differentiated into a foot, zeta, and capsule. Now is guys, can you all hear me now? Yes, perfecto. Back to the class, everybody. So, the sporophyte can be divided into a foot, setae, and capsule. Okay, so this is the foot, setae, and capsule. Okay, yes. Next is the hepatic opsida. Yes, hepatic opsida we were discussing, right? Yes. Oh my God. I was checking whether we have missed any slides or not. Elaters are generally present. Okay, guys, elaters are generally present, but they are absent in some species like Rexia. Sporogenous tissue develops from endothecium. Endothecium is a layer. Okay, endothecium is a wall layer. Dehiscence of capsule is irregular. What do you mean by dehiscence? That is the breaking of the structure, and release of these spores. Yes, release of these spores is by what? Is dehiscence. I will tell you what is elaters. Okay, this is a capsule. Okay, this is the foot, setae, and capsule. Guys, inside the capsule you will find definite cells. Okay, inside the capsule you will find definite cells. Okay, and certain structures which is referred to as elaters. Elaters is actually a substance that help in releasing of these spores. Guys, the capsule is where sporogenesis takes place. We have already discussed. Right? Yes. So the sporogenesis takes place in the capsule. So when the capsule matures, when the capsule matures and it has to release the spores. When the capsule matures, it has to release the spores. So that release of spores or the dehiscence of the capsule is helped by the structures known as elaters. Okay. I will, yes. So guys, listen. This is a capsule. I'm drawing a bigger diagram of the capsule. Guys, inside this capsule, you will find specialized cells which are arranged like this. You will find certain diploid cells arranged like this. What is the function of this cell? This is the diploid elaters. This is the diploid elaters. Okay. And inside this you will find what? The haploid spores are present. So when the capsule matures, the spores have to be released out. And so what is the function which is served by the elaters? This will undergo, the elaters will twist this capsule. So guys, just imagine you are taking a piece of a round substance and you're taking some kind of a substance and you are twisting. So the twisting function is provided so that finally it will break to release the spores. Right? Guys, just imagine the condition. Just imagine an example. You might have also eaten or you might have also taken capsules. I'm not talking about the normal drugs or medicines that you take. Capsule, the two plastic-like substances inside which certain powdery medicine will be presented. So that is also a capsule. So you will twist the capsule. Sometimes the doctor tells you like you have to remove this capsule and use only the powder inside that. Yes, at that case you will twist this capsule to open it. So that same function by twisting the capsule in case of bryophyte is provided by the elaters. Yes, done. Yes. Next is Anthraxida. Next is the Anthraxida. The common name is the hornworts. Gametophytic plant body is unicellular rhizoids. The sex organs are present on the dorsal side of the thallus. Guys, this is the horn. Look, they are present like the horn-like structure, right? So guys, this horn-like structure is the sporophyte. The horn-like structure is the sporophyte and this structure is the gametophyte. The structure which is lying dorsiventrally in the, which is like a thallus structure, you will call them as the gametophyte. So it is again differentiated into foot, setae and capsule. Yes, pseudo-elaters are present. Not true elaters, pseudo means what? False. So false elaters are present. Okay, false elaters are present. Look guys, this horn-like structure which you will see, you will call them as what? It is the sporophyte. And this green structure you will call them as the yes everyone. Done. So the sporogenous tissue here develops from the amphithecium and endothecium, forms sterile columella. Okay, forms the sterile columella. And the dehiscence of capsule is irregular. Okay. So guys, this is what I told you. The horn-like structure is the sporophyte and the green part is the gametophytic tissue. Next, the last topic for the day, that is the Bryophyda. The last topic, that is a Bryophyda. Oh my god. We have 3 more slides left out. Okay. Bryophyda, the common bryophyte which we observe during rainy season, that is the mosses. They have a thalloid protonema and a leafy gametophore. I will show you what is protonema. Okay. And multicellular rhizoids. So guys, they will be asking you, name the kind of bryocytes where multicellular rhizoids are present. Mosses with oblique septa. What do you mean by oblique, guys? They may be present in this oblique manner. Okay, so this is the oblique. Yes, the sex organ developed from the superficial cells at the apex of the leafy gametophore, and it is differentiated into foot, setae, and capsule. So guys, just look over here. Just look. This is the sporophyte. This is the gametophyte. So guys, this capsule, original image. This is the capsule inside which the spores are produced. The elaters are absent. Sporogenous tissue develops from the outer layer of endothelium, and the dehiscence of anther is regular. Yes. Now guys, let's discuss about the life cycle of. Now let's have a short topic, one more important and a short topic, that is the life cycle of bryophytes. Yes, I want, instead of just explaining it in words or preparing the slides, I thought I would tell you or explain to you along with the help of a simple mind map. Yes. So draw the mind map along with me. Draw the mind map along with me. Okay, guys. So guys, this is a structure. I'm drawing the gametophyte right now. Okay. From the gametophyte, you will have what? Done? Yes. So guys, this gametophyte is haploid. Sporophyte is diploid. Up to here, done. Everybody done. So guys, I have already told so guys, already told you that this contain the cap